goes to a screen I don't want it to go to right at the gate.
Of course.
What's good, y'all? Episode 23. I'm Jax. It's Cross. This is the Crosswalk. Appreciate y'all jumping in with us on a Monday. We early in the week. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm happy about it. But how's your week so far, man?
Man, I know one thing. The week has gotten off to a cold start, brother. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, no. It's a little different outside, brother. It's cold.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't, man. So that means Christmas about to come up, which means I'm about to be broke.
Ain't that the truth, man? But hey, I'm right there with you, man. I'm not a fan of when it gets too cold either, man. I like it. I not like it nice and warm, brother. Nice and warm.
For sure. So yeah, we had a pretty decent weekend of sports and stuff. I will be honest with y'all. Like, I was not watching stuff real time. I went to my boy's wedding. Shout out to my boy Steve into Kenya. They were actually celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary.
That's
so
dope.
It was a vow renewal. So it was pretty cool, and we had a good time. Some of us, probably me, had too much fun, but
sound like a good
but it
time.
was good. Exactly. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, Chris Cushman? But yeah, man, let's dig into a couple of things. So I did not watch UFC Vegas 111 in real time, but we can touch on it just a little bit. I know that Bonfim knocked out my boy, who I picked.
Mm-hmm. Me and you both.
Yeah. But what did you see in that fight? Is Bonfim like somebody, like, is he putting the welterweights on notice, or?
So I think the biggest takeaway for me in that fight was, man, how he figured out he had a plan how to deal with the range of Randy Brown, because Randy Brown's a massive welterweight, 6'3", long reach, uses a lot of footwork. But man, Bonfim just was eating him up with calf kicks, man, and really just took away his mobility. And then next thing you know, Randy Brown's like real stationary in the pocket with him. And then he lands that knee, man. And, in the moment, I definitely thought the stoppage was a bit early, but you could see where the fight was going. Like, Randy Brown wasn't really landing too much, and every time Randy would like stop and plant his feet, calf kick right to the calf every time, and you just could see it just adding up, and it pretty much was like we knew pretty much how it was going to go, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But is Lord of the Pies saying, is my audio tripping?
I don't know who it is.
Mine is.
Let's see.
Okay. Well, he said we good, so we good. Yeah, but like looking at the highlights and stuff like that, that's what I saw. And it just didn't seem like it was necessarily a close fight, but like at the same time, like it seems like Randy Brown gets to the edge of contention and just can't get over the hump. But do you think Bonfim is somebody that the welterweights really need to be taking notice of?
Honestly, man, the way this division is looking, I think he's just another guy in just a Shark's Tank at welterweight. This division has really, just kind of turned on itself, and now we got all these contenders, man. I remember back when Kamaru Usman was just dominating division, and it just didn't have a whole lot of fire. But now you look around, man, it's contender after contender after contender at welterweight. Yeah. And then just this weekend, man, we got the welterweight titles on the line. We got a potential number one contender welterweight title fight. We got another welterweight scrap on the main card. So welterweight is very hot right now.
Yeah. Grimy said Brown's a good fighter to test prospects with. So that sounds like gatekeeper to me.
Yeah.
And that's real unfortunate for him. But on to the bigger thing when it comes to the UFC. UFC 322 coming up soon this weekend. I know you sent me a message about the Zhang Weili and Shevchenko fight. Seems like you're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we touched on it. Maybe I can't remember what episode of Crosswalk we touched on, but you reminded me that I said something about this fight happening like early in the year. So pretty much when Shevchenko got her belt back, like I pretty much was ready for it because for me, Wei Lee had pretty much already cleaned out the division. She had done everything she needed to do, and just for like I feel like for women's MMA to take that next step, like it was time for a super fight.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. I mean, there wasn't really much left for Jean Weili to do down there. And honestly, she kind of getting Shevchenko at the best time because I think that Shevchenko's, if anything, has started to regress. It's actually her striking. And it's not necessarily that she can't do it, is that I don't know if she's confident in the fact that she can keep up with the speed of everybody that she's fighting. So she resorts to her grappling, which I mean, it got her the belt back, so hard to argue. But yeah, man, I think that Zhang Weili is coming in at the right time for her. But let's look at a couple of these fights. We can stay right there. Actually, who do you have in this fight? Like, how do you think this is gonna go?
So I'm gonna be honest, man. I really like both ladies. I'm a huge Weili fan, man. Her first fight with Joanna Jędrzejczyk is one of my favorite fights ever. I'm curious to see how her physicality plays out at flyweight with Valentina. I know Valentina is not a massive flyweight, but even still, like moving up a division, and I know the 10 pounds with women probably matters a bit more than it does on the men's side. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think Weili's gonna be on the front foot. Valentina's gonna look to counter and use her grappling. And I think both of them are so well rounded, man. Wherever this fight goes, it's gonna be super competitive. And I think it's gonna be one of those fights where it can go either way. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we get like a razor close split decision in this one. But I am leaning Weili.
I'm leaning Weili too, man. I actually am. I feel like this is when you got two people, with this type of, who are this caliber, these type of champions. I think that you have to split hairs to kind of figure out where it's going to go, and I really think this is where Shevchenko's age is going to start to show. Her speed is not going to be able to match Zhang Weili's speed. Now, mind you, like you said, Shevchenko is going to be the bigger woman. I mean, Shevchenko fought at 135, so like, I don't think that Shevchenko could ever make 115. So I know she's going to be naturally the bigger woman, and she's going to try to force the grappling exchanges, but Zhang Weili is able to defensively get out of those. And I think that Zhang Weili can beat her to the punch, period. Like, I just think that she's faster. So I think Zhang Weili wins 3 rounds. Okay. She'll win 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be razor close. Like I feel like each round will kind of be like, this one that like Zhang Weili had her moments for like a good part of the round. Then on the flip side, Valentina had a good portion of the round, and it's gonna go back and forth.
Yeah. In the chat, useless, not just useless, but so did Lord of the Pies. They both brought up the how many welterweights on this card. It's ridiculous. Obviously, you got the title fight, JDM against Islam. You got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, Leon versus Carlo Prates. I mean, they're all over the place. Like, obviously Shavkat is left out of this, due to injury or whatnot. But I mean, is this surprising to you that they had so many dang welterweights on one card? So 2 fights, but not 3 on the main card.
Well, yeah, I mean the fact is 3 is kind of wild, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Like Sean Brady, in my opinion, is taking a big risk in the Michael Morales fight. Undefeated prospect, very good hands, good size. Striker versus grappler matchup. And I think for Sean Brady, he was kind of in that sense to where like he could potentially think he's a number 1 contender right now. But if he takes on the the up and comer for the UFC, gets a win, he's definitely next in line for a title fight. Then on the flip side, we get Leon Edwards coming back against Carlos Prates. I think stylistically, that's a beautiful fight. It's gonna be a striker's delight. Prates is gonna get in there and make Leon Edwards fight, and I think that's what we all want to see.
So I wonder, and y'all can let me know in the chat too, like out of those four who are not in the title fight, Sean Brady, Michael Morales, Leon Edwards, and Carlos Prates, who would you rather be the number one contender out of those four?
It's tough. So I'm gonna go at it like this. If Islam wins, I think the fight with him and Brady would be a lot of fun, just from the grappling and the scrambles and all that. I think that would be a lot of fun. But then on the flip side, JDM versus either Michael Morales or Carlos Prates would be bangers, absolute bangers.
Yeah, that's true. Islam, if Islam wins, I agree that the Sean Brady fight would be very, very interesting, especially considering the fact that Islam's camp already has a lot of information on Sean Brady based on when Bilal fought Sean Brady previously. So they know, a lot about him. So that'd be an interesting chess match. I do want to see Carlos Prates getting there with JDM though. That's the one that I really want to see. I think Michael Morales is very good, obviously, clearly, but I still feel like I've seen a lot of good things from him, but like I'm still waiting on a more of a signature finish, even though his last fight was a finish. More of a signature finish. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the zestiness. I don't know what it is, but I need one more thing from him, to see, are you ready for that? But Carlos Prates, man, he's a star in the making. I think that's the fight that I really, really want to see at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, I can't even argue with you on that one. I know that would be must-see TV. The issue with Prates, though, is like he's probably behind the winner of Bilal, Ian Gary.
Yeah, and definitely Ian Gary because
he beat him.
He beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there a sleeper fight on this fight or on this card that kind of stands out to you?
A sleeper. Bro, it's a few sleepers, if I'm being honest with you. But Neil Dariush BSD is a sleeper. That's gonna be a banger because BSD is just so reckless. Always comes to fight. That's gonna be a banger. Freaking Roman Kopylov, RoboCop is gonna be a banger. Somebody's getting knocked out in that one. And then my other one is Malcolm Wellmaker, Cody Haddon. I think is gonna be another good one too.
Yeah. Do you think that Malcolm can continue this knockout string that he's had?
Well, I know one thing. It's going to be a nice little step up in competition for him. I think the matchmaking here is real nice.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I would love for Wellmaker to get another finish. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, that dude, he's right there, man. He's right there. If he can string a couple of these together, man, he can start to get a real big name. Any interest in this Aaron Blanchfield Tracy Cortez fight?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's gonna be one-way traffic. I think Aaron Blanchfield makes it look real easy against Tracy Cortez. I think one takedown and Tracy Cortez is gonna be in over head against Aaron Blanchfield on the ground. And then on top of it, like in Blanchfield's last fight, man, we start to see her make some improvements on the feet. Like, she's still not there. Beat Rose, really good striker. So, I think this is one-way traffic for Aaron Blanchfield. What about you?
Yeah, I think so too. Like when Tracy, I can't remember who she was fighting, but grimy,
bro.
But she started to show, some really, really improved striking, and then she started to regress in the next couple of fights. And like, unless she turns back to that, to where she was really letting her hands go, you know, kind of being slick with her boxing and stuff like that, unless she returns to that, like, I don't see it. Like, I see Erin just big sister in her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's up, Western?
Westy.
Yeah, but I agree with those two. And then, of course, the Susakayev, I do want to see him fight. He's got a arrogance about him that's very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Against Eric McConaughey.
Bro, his whole thing about like coming off Contender Series and then fighting that weekend of the same week was crazy, and that definitely got some eyes on him, and hopefully he can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, it almost backfired on him too. Boy, he was in some serious trouble in that fight. Chris Cushman said Aaron's going to sub her or ground and pound TKO.
Yeah, the same way I'm seeing that one.
Yeah, probably so. Unfortunately for Tracy. Tracy's definitely somebody that could benefit from a atomweight division. She could have made that. All right, let's talk about some football a little bit. Let's not do that one. Let's go to college football. Let's talk about college football. So I noticed that the Alabama Crimson Tide did win their game against the Louisiana State University Tigers, but I also noticed that that offense wasn't clicking like I thought it was, to be manned by somebody who's top tier in the Heisman race. Now I know you didn't watch the whole game. So what did you take away from that game?
I took away from it, like this is part of the process, man. You got to win some ugly games, especially in November. The temperature starts to drop a little bit. You're playing teams with big time athletes over there, and you got to win like this. I mean, I'll give you a prime example. Last year, Grimy, I know you ain't gonna like this, but Ohio State, bro, they lost to Michigan, and then they just went on a run. And you were like, how did this team ever lose a game? They just went through everybody. So I mean, you got to be playing your best football at the end of the year. Get your guys healthy, but you're gonna have games like this where it's gonna look ugly. It's not gonna be pretty, but you just gotta find a way to win. So I'm glad we got through it, and we got another big game this weekend, man. We welcome Oklahoma into town, and looking for a bit of revenge after they pretty much knocked us out of the playoffs last year. So, and their back's up against the wall too. It's a must win for them. So it's going to be a big time game this weekend.
Yeah, man, y'all got a crazy schedule, crazy. But I mean, once y'all get through y'all schedule, that's why y'all normally end up at the top of the rankings, because you went through hell to get there. That makes sense. As a matter of fact, let's look at the standings, the AP standings. I don't know if you've seen the full AP top 25.
Yeah, I definitely saw as soon as it came out yesterday.
You know what's important though is right there, number 10, the University of Texas Longhorns, and snuck back into it right behind Notre Dame with their 2 losses. Got Texas Tech. A&M is at 3, so there's a lot of Texas teams up here. Now, mind you, ain't none of these 3 Texas teams going to have anything to do with the national championship, I'm telling you now. But it's going to be interesting as we get closer to the college football playoff. But who out of these top 10 do you think are frauds?
I'm not gonna say a fraud, but I will say this about their ranking. Like, and maybe somebody in the chat can help me understand. I don't get why Notre Dame's at number 9. They don't have a big time win over anybody. Like their best 2 parts of their resume are literally their 2 losses to A&M and to Miami. So I mean, I get it. They've run the table since those games. I get it, but that them being number 9, I just don't get it. Like, they just don't have the wins that kind of just like, all right, that those 2 wins are good. I mean, I know they got the win over USC, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And then on top of it, just like you were speaking about your team, Texas got everything in front of them. Like they still got Georgia this weekend on the road, and then got A&M at home into the season. So Texas is definitely, they control their own destiny. So your boys are definitely not out of it.
Yeah, they got some room to get better, and I guess it's a good time for that to actually happen. Archden started to figure things out a little bit. But yeah, Georgia's a massive test, and if you beat the number 5 team in the nation, that's gonna get you a long way towards getting a spot in the playoff. But I agree, Notre Dame. Yeah, they just haven't put enough on paper. But Grimy has said, what did he say here? He said, "I can help you out, Catholic money." Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Of course, we all know this.
I guess so. And then
I got a question. I got a question for you before you move on. Who's somebody that is outside of the top 12 that you can see getting in?
Outside of the top 12? Let's see. I could see the Hurricanes getting back in.
Okay.
I can see them finding their way back in. The ACC is always up for grabs, and it doesn't ever really seem like there's one team that really wants to run away with it, unless Clemson is doing their thing, and they're clearly not. So yeah, I can see Miami working their way back into the top 12, especially when Ole Miss decides that they're not that good again. Utah is another good shot, Grimy, for sure. Definitely see that too. But yeah, and it might just be my internal bias for Miami, but I can definitely see them doing it though.
Gotcha.
Now, eventually, what I really want to see is down towards the back end back here where James Madison and South Florida is. I do want to see a North Texas Eagle back there at some point. It ain't got to be for long. Just 1 week. Just give me one. That's it. That's all I need. But we'll see. Hopefully that does happen. Okay. You see that I got the Buckeyes back there just because they're the number 1 team in the nation. I got to put them up there.
Grimy definitely not gonna like that.
Just out of respect. Let's see. Oh, this is a new person. I haven't seen them before. Hey, are you familiar with them?
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that name. Welcome to the chat. Good to have you in here.
Yeah. Grimy said, if Michigan beats OSU, do they get top 10?
Where's Michigan right now? Can you
Michigan? Let me see. Let's go back to it real quick. I think Michigan is back towards they're 18.
All right, if Michigan's 18 and they beat Ohio State, do I think they get in the top 10? Nah, I don't think that win will be enough to get to the top 10. Because Ohio State now? Yeah, I mean, I just don't see Ohio State dropping super far with just having one loss. You know what I mean? Like that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like Ohio State's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, I think Ohio State will, if they lost to Michigan,
they're still in top 10. Yeah,
they still be top 10.
They'll still be in front of Texas. Texas got 2 losses and Ohio State beat them.
Yep. That's the furthest they can go.
Yep, it's 9.
And I don't think that they slide back past Notre Dame. So they'd still be in the top 10. So it's almost like you got to take somebody out. Yeah, that's true. Like I don't see it. They got to do more than that.
Yeah, I think the path for Michigan, they would have to be like the 4th team out of the Big Ten to make it in. Like Grimy, they got a chance, but they need some things to bounce their rate. And obviously they got to beat Ohio State. Obviously, like Michigan will have to win out. They probably would need like some chaos with Texas, OU, some more chaos in the Big 12. But yeah, Michigan is definitely gonna need some help.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's a long road to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. So you did a watch along for was it the BYU Texas Tech game?
Texas. Yep.
So I didn't watch that game at all. I mean, I know Texas Tech won,
Mm-hmm.
but how was the game?
Bro, Texas Tech controlled that game from start to finish, bro. Like it literally, BYU could not get anything going offensively at all. And I think they didn't even really put up much of a threat until like garbage time, honestly. Texas Tech just controlled that game from start to finish. Like it was pretty much domination, but we're probably going to end up getting a rematch between the two in the Big 12 championship game unless, something happens.
I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's going to be them.
Yeah.
I think so. But from the sound of it, it doesn't sound like it's going to be too much different unless something crazy like an injury happens or something.
I mean, neutral site might be a little different, but I mean, bro, Texas Tech came out, they took control, and it never felt like BYU was ever really in it and the game was ever really in doubt. It just felt like Texas Tech had control the entire game.
Yeah. Oh, so another thing I was going to ask you about when it came to college football was the Heisman race. So I talked about it earlier about Ty Simpson not exactly lighting it up in his game against LSU. And then you got Francisco Mendoza. I mean, they won against Penn State, but I mean, now mind you, that last drive that they put together went really well. A lot of that because of his receivers doing amazing things, including that one at the very end. That catch was crazy. But all throughout that game, he didn't necessarily look like a Heisman Trophy #1 overall pick. So, like, what's this Heisman race looking like now?
So for me, it's really I think it's a 3-person race, and I think it's gonna come down like one of these 3 guys will win it. That's Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama, Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana, and Julian Sand, quarterback of the Ohio State. And if you just look at Julian Sand's numbers, I know before their game, man, he was completing like 80% of his passes. Like they're not gonna get tested until they have to play Michigan. So he's gonna have the numbers if they get through that game. Like they're gonna be the #1 team. He's gonna still have these crazy numbers. So I think he'll definitely get invited to New York for the Heisman. But just like you said, man, Mendoza, the first 3.5 quarters, man, he was not playing well at all. But when his team needed him and they had to put together a big time drive, he put it together, led them down the field. And if I'm being honest, man, Penn State lost that game. And Penn State had that game won, bro. And Michigan found a way to get it done. I mean, not Michigan, but Indiana, my bad.
Yeah, not Michigan. But yeah, Mendoza. So I've been watching like the first draft, with Mel Kiper and they were talking about Mendoza and him basically being between him, Dante Moore, and Ty Simpson if he chooses to come out as far as like the top quarterbacks coming out of the draft. And I mean, they had him #1 almost with a bullet. But yeah, after seeing that, it's just a consistency situation, coming into the league as far as like what these quarterbacks look like, especially these young, like Trevor Lawrence, Ward. I mean, Ward, it just started for him, but
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams. Yeah. Bryce Young. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So it's like, is he going to be able to hit the ground running when he gets to the league? And after seeing that game, I mean, I know he can come back and do his thing, but it definitely raised some questions for me when it came to would I want, if I were running the team, would that be my franchise cornerstone? I don't know that.
So if I'm looking at the quarterbacks that probably going to come out this year or that could come out, I think this is going to be one of the weaker quarterback drafts we've had in a while, because I don't think any of the guys coming out this year, anybody like more than than the guy at Tennessee, Ward. Like everybody loved Ward when he was coming out of Miami. I don't think there's another guy like him in the draft. Like, I'm biased. I like Ty Simpson, processes information well, gets you into the right play. But if there's one little thing with Ty Simpson, in my opinion, his deep ball accuracy isn't the best. And if you can get to him a little bit, like, the accuracy can go down, but I mean, that's most quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I think not this year's draft, but next year's draft is going to be very good for quarterbacks next year.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel for the Saints or whomever is the Jets that are trying to get a quarterback out of this draft, it's going to be interesting. Because, I mean, I don't know. Well, hopefully he doesn't, but Lenore Sellers better go back to school. But I do think that if he went into the draft, he'll still get picked in the first round.
Do you think he's ready?
It's only because of his skills. It's only because of his skills. It ain't got nothing to do with what he's done.
Yeah.
They're just going to look at him and be like, ooh, Cam Newton. It's like, no, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I think he definitely needs some more development. Just like processing information, getting the team in the right play, getting the right protections. Like, believe it or not, most of that position, most of it is from the neck up.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of quarterbacks in the NFL, it's interesting as far as like the top quarterbacks in the NFL and where their teams sit in the NFL. So if I were to say, give me the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL,
bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. Nobody really just jumps out. I mean, Dak's played well. Baker Mayfield,
his team is 3-5-1.
Exactly. Dak has played well. Like, you definitely been reminding me that Dak's been playing well. Baker Mayfield's been he had his little run and he kind of dropped off a little bit, but I mean, they're still in first place in the division. And then outside of that, I mean, no quarterback really just jumps off the board at you for real.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the traditional quarterbacks going into this year. If somebody were to ask who are the best quarterbacks in the league, people are going to say Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Not necessarily in whatever order you want to mix them up in. That's probably the 4. I mean, I think it's pretty much unanimous that it's going to be those 4. But if you look at the playoff picture, actually, let me bring it up. The playoff picture for the AFC. So the Colts, Daniel Jones, you got they got the bye right now. You got Bo Nix and the Broncos with 8-2, Drake May and the Patriots at 8-2, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
And the Steelers
discount double check.
I mean, and you got to really, go down the list until you start to see those 3 quarterbacks, and obviously you're not going to see Joe Burrow on there because of injury or whatnot. But like, I mean, it's very interesting that we're more than halfway through the season, and those quarterbacks, most of the time through no fault of their own, have not been able to push their team towards the top of the AFC. Super interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
My question is, who do you think is actual out of these people, out of these teams here? Who do you think is actually a Super Bowl contender?
Ooh, man. Honestly, so I like the Colts because if you think about it, they're indoors. They're gonna be they're gonna be playing in friendly confines, and they got a running game. Jonathan Taylor has been toting the rock, can hit his head on the goalpost at any time, and I think having a run game, controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage, bro, it's a recipe since the beginning of the time with football. Run the ball, be physical, play defense. It's a really good recipe, and it always wins, especially in the playoffs.
I think my team, I still don't trust the Colts.
That's
but
fair.
I trust the Patriots a little bit. And even though they got Drake May as a young quarterback, like that dude is balling. Like he's playing like a vet. I think I like them more. And the fact that I've seen the Broncos, and yeah, I saw them beat Dallas, but I feel like it wasn't because of Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any faith in Bo Nix at all whatsoever. The Steelers are definitely not in the mix. But like if I'm picking one team that I at this moment right now that I think would make it out of this, it would probably be the Patriots, and it's a lot because they have a total team. They
I
definitely
got
have a
you.
total team.
I got you.
Let's see, who do you think? So obviously, the Colts are going to have a bye and maybe have a bye and have home field. And naming like the four that you think are going to have home field advantage, the four teams. Who do you think it might be? Would it be four or three? It might be three.
Let's see here. So, so Denver's only in first place by one game. So them and the Chargers, man, that's still that division still a toss up.
Yeah.
I want to say I think the Patriots have a 2-game lead over Buffalo. And then the Colts have a 3-game lead. So the Colts are definitely going to get a bye. I don't know, man. Like Jim Harbaugh, like him bringing that culture to the Chargers, and I do like that quarterback a little bit better than Bo Nix. But I mean, on the flip side, man, Herbert hasn't done it quite. He hasn't done anything yet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This year could be the time, man. He finally takes that next step and makes something happen in the playoffs because Justin Herbert got all the physical tools that you need to be a successful quarterback, like rocket arm, big time size, can move in the pocket a little bit, can run a little bit. And, Jim Harbaugh, man, the guy just wins everywhere he goes. So I think that's a sleeper to pay attention to is definitely the Chargers.
Yeah. I agree with the Colts. I think that they're going to win the division and they may have the best record in the conference. I don't think the Broncos are going to win that division. I think that the Chiefs are going to catch them. I think the Chiefs are going to find a way to catch them.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to figure it out and they're going to find a way to catch them.
And you think the Chargers is going to lose it? Because I mean, the Chargers are 7-3. So I mean,
I think the Chargers are going to find a way to lose. Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Because I mean, they haven't done it yet. So I mean, they could very well, history could repeat itself for sure.
Mm-hmm. I think the Patriots will win that division. I think they will. I think so.
Buffalo might figure it out late. They might figure it out late.
They might. That one's a coin flip to me. I think that one's going to be really close. The Steelers are definitely going to give away that division, and the Ravens are going to go and get that division.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like the Ravens, man, they just been finding ways to just give games away. Like, was it the Buffalo game where they had that crazy lead and lost, and then there was another game where Derek fumbled. Like, I don't know, man. The Ravens just seem like if something can go wrong, it does go wrong.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to figure it out though, because they got that whole back against the wall. Nobody's expecting anything from us. They were 1-5, and that have gone on a little streak. So I think that they're going to find a way, man. I think so. I think they play their best football when they're in these types of situations. Harbaugh is like that kind of coach, that chip on your shoulder type of coach.
Yeah.
Let's look at the NFC real quick. All right, so we got the Seahawks with the bye. You got the Eagles, Packers, Bucks as division leaders, wild card, Rams, Lions, and Bears, and then right on the outside looking in, the 49ers, the Panthers, and the Vikings. Yeah, this one almost feels pretty easy, but are you confident in the Seahawks staying at the number 1 seed?
I am not. I mean, honestly, I mean they're tied with the Rams, so I mean anything can happen in that division race. I do think the NFC East is sewn up though. I think that division is already a wrap personally.
Yeah.
I know you don't like to hear that, but I think the NFC East is
Oh,
already done, dog.
it is what it is. It's okay. It's okay. I've seen all the teams play, and yes, this division is over.
And bro, like the NFC West and NFC North are super competitive. Like the NFC North, I mean, you like all 4 teams are in the hunt. The NFC West, it's a 3-team race, and then the NFC South, Carolina is kind of surprising some people. You know, like I feel like that organization has just been down for so long, but you know they're another one of those organizations. They just figure out a way to just fumble it when they get something when they start getting a little momentum.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I agree with you that I think the Seahawks have the potential to be the best team in the NFC, but I'm still not confident in Sam Darnold when things get colder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not super confident in him. I think that with the Eagles still having more division games to play, and with their division being as sorry as they are, I think they're going to rack up wins. So they're going to make it to get that bye. I don't know. I still don't know who Green Bay is. They're so inconsistent. One week they can look really good, and the next week they look like trash, and they lose to Carolina. And then Tampa Bay, they had a nice start to the season, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears just keep on
Figuring it out.
Keep on making it happen. I still have questions on Caleb, but he's on the 6-3 team, and they're winning games. The Lions have the ability to be the best team in this whole conference.
They do. I was actually just about to ask you of the top 7 teams, rank the quarterbacks for each team.
Oh, man. Jeez. Okay, so of the top 7, number 1 is Matthew Stafford. Number 5.
Okay.
Look who came in. Sterling.
Sterling, what's going on, brother?
Texans. Nobody cares about the Houston Texans, bro. Y'all had a nice comeback. That was cute. That was cool. I'm happy for y'all. For what's his name, Davis, whatever his name is, the quarterback that came in. Yeah, it was a good job. Y'all needed it bad, real bad. But yeah, I'll go Matthew Stafford at number 1. And number 2, I will go. Dang it, why can't I remember his name? Tampa Bay's quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker. Yeah.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield.
Who's 3?
At 3, I will go. I think I might go Sam Darnold, man. Number 3. I think I might go Sam Darnold.
Okay, who's 4?
Then at 4, Jeff Goff.
Jared Goff. Okay.
Jared Goff, Jeff. Let's see. It's probably a bad idea to. It's disrespectful to put him at this low, but Philadelphia's quarterback.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Did I say Jordan Love already?
You have not.
Okay, then Jordan Love, then Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I would only put Love so low because he's inconsistent as well.
Yeah, exactly. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But I think that Stafford, to me, is head and shoulders above the rest of these quarterbacks.
Yeah, Stafford's the real deal, bro.
But I will tell you that the one team that I think that could sneak up into this playoff picture, I mean, I say sneak, but they're right there at 6-4, is San Francisco. And I don't know how they keep winning. I really don't know how they keep doing this.
Man, it's the organization, man. When you just have that tradition of winning, man, you're never really out of it. You just it's just infectious in the building, man. Everybody is just built on winning from the top down, with the ownership to the front office, and then it kind of just, it just fills in from there.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but that sounds good in theory. Every front office around here just decides to tear things up, and the Mavericks are so bad. And the Cowboys have so little direction on what's going on. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Have you heard about Brian Daboll get fired?
I did see that today. Him, and I think the OC is now the interim head coach, I think.
Yeah.
Did the GM get fired too, or just Daboll?
I don't know. I don't know if the GM got fired. They should have.
Okay.
They should have fired them too. But I don't know. But he said Dallas can be the worst franchise. You see, and I noticed he didn't even put Dallas who. He didn't say Mavericks.
Yep.
He said Dallas.
Yep. The whole city, everybody.
And I can't even argue with you, dog. I can't.
Yep. Cowboys, Mavericks, Stars, Rangers, everybody, dog.
Everybody. Fire everyone. Is terrible here, man. But whatever. Houston, y'all be cheating. But anyway, what was I asking you? I was asking you something about Brian Daboll. Do you think it was the right time for them to fire him?
I mean, when you got a rookie quarterback that you guys drafted and you guys are trying to develop, when you're firing these coaches left and right, you are just you're hurting their development. Even if, I mean, honestly, with Daboll, with him having a rookie, you got to see it through. You got to see it through, because who knows? Like, Jackson Dart may get hot at the end of the year, and now you on a roll. You know what I mean? And now when you get rid of the one voice he's known in the NFL, and now you trying to bring somebody else in, you can definitely stunt his development. So I don't like the timing, but I mean, hey, those decisions are definitely above my pay grade.
Yeah. I wouldn't have fired him then. I would have at least, waited to the end of the season to evaluate the entirety of the season. And I know that he's been the coach for a little while now, but I mean, they were on top of the world just like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, for real. That's why I was shocked when I saw. I was like, what has happened? Like, maybe him and the owner or him and the GM got into it, because I have seen that before. I have seen stuff like that happen.
I don't know, but I would have kept them on, because I felt like they were heading in the right direction, even though they were losing. A lot of, you got a rookie quarterback. You got to allow that scar tissue to build of him, getting through these rough times, figuring things out, and trying to piggyback off of the successes that I know Cam had about for the rest of the year with his, injury. You still got Jackson Dart doing what he was doing and building camaraderie with these receivers, and it would have been nice to have that same camaraderie with the rest of the coaching staff. But whatever. I mean, it's better for the Cowboys, but I mean, sucks for them. I think that they handled that right, but the Giants have been dysfunctional for quite a while, and I don't think that they're going to figure it out by firing people. See, Sterling asked y'all talk about the NBA scandal.
That was like a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's still ongoing. As far as I know, that Damon Jones got arraigned, but they were just a pawn in this whole in a bigger situation. Matter of fact, did you see there was a Major League Baseball one that came out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see it. The Guardians pictures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So we got UFC, NBA, and MLB.
Yep.
I wonder if it's a part of this. The whole thing is part of one gambling ring or something.
I mean, that wouldn't shock me at all, because man, like organized crime, and they got their hands in everything, brother. Everything.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't know. I think that from everything that I've heard, the things that I've listened to, it really sounds like Chauncey Billups was kind of a pawn in the whole situation. He was just part of it. I think Kevin Garnett came out and said that he was invited to them games too.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't do nothing. I just came and play cards. I don't know.
And bro, like I even a couple of years ago, I actually no. I wasn't at any of them, but I definitely knew about some poker games with some NBA guys in a former place I used to live, brother. I randomly ended up like meeting this one guy, and that kind of was what he did. So yeah, I definitely heard a little bit about some of that a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first. This shit is real. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm curious how this whole thing plays out, because I mean, it's really hard to get the mafia dudes. So I don't know. Are they gonna sit down Chauncey Billups for having some card games? I don't know.
Nah,
I don't see him.
They probably gonna try to flip them, dog. Get them to talk about some of them dudes, and that's a sticky situation, bro.
Be quiet. Don't do that.
Yeah, because you start talking about them boys, man, you ain't gonna be here too long. For real. You're gonna be in Witsec on like the other side of the country somewhere.
No, see, Sterling talking about how about Bama?
Bro, win in advance, though. I don't care how it looks. Just win in advance. Win in advance.
They won. They did what they needed to do. So if they won with style points, then they'd be closer to the top, but it don't really matter. Win at the end of the season.
All you gotta do is get into the tournament. That's all you gotta do. Get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and they find a way to do that consistently. All right. So before we get out of here, I'm gonna go back to UFC 322 real quick. Who do you think will put on the best performance of UFC 322? One person.
Performance of the night for UFC 322. Performance of the night. I'm gonna go with Michael Morales.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna say Carlos Prates. I think he knocks out a former champion. And maybe Leon walks away. Maybe.
I mean, hey, that would be wild. But I mean, bro, like the way he looked in that Sean Brady fight, bro, I don't know where he is like mentally, for real,
dog. Come on now. First of all, so JDM, that is a reasonable answer. Very reasonable.
Absolutely.
Here's the one that made me chuckle. Not that Angie Hill won't put on a good performance. I mean, that's possible, but for Sterling to say that,
bro, we already know that's trolling right there. We already know what that is.
100%. Yeah, I don't know, man. Who do you got winning that fight? Matter of fact, Sterling, who's Angie Hill fighting? I bet he don't know that.
Guarantee he don't know that, dog. He gonna Google it right now, dog. 100% he gonna Google it. And if he had to say her name, he would mess it up too.
Yeah, he'd find a way. Fatima?
Mm-hmm. Fatima line.
All right, man. Out of here. Anything you want to let the people know that you got going out there?
So I mean, I got my my UFC 322 breakdown out. Dropped that yesterday. So make sure as soon as it's over, you go over there, check that out. Let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments. You know, talk a little trash. It's all good. It's all love.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna be having a watch along going on this weekend for the main card for UFC 322. I'll definitely be on that. We'll see who else is all on it, you know, with the whole fight week show crew. I'm sure some of them boys definitely gonna be on it as well. And I might try and do another stream either Friday night or Saturday morning for just for the early football game. I might do the early football game Saturday just because it's been going so well and people have been liking it. So
yeah. So last week I put up the lightweight GOAT slide rankings.
Yeah, bro. I like those videos, man. I like those videos. Real talk.
They're really fun to do. So me and we about to be done.
Yeah, Olin, brother.
Yeah. But if y'all haven't checked out the slide rankings, make sure y'all jump on. It's me and Jordan, the Rambling Dad. We do the lightweights, the best lightweights of all time, and Habib's not number one, so y'all need to go check that out. Go check it out. But yeah, other than that, obviously we got some more of these little sound bites going out this week, as well as another slide rankings that's coming out soon too. So, and I think I might be on one of these watch alongs for something.
Okay, yeah. About time, man. The people need to see it, man. The people need to see it.
Yeah, gotta jump on these things. So yeah. Olin, are you going on soon? I know, Olin, you got some live chats or live streams in the chamber, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think they usually do a like a recap, usually Mondays, Tuesdays, and then they'll do a preview stream sometime like the middle of the week. But it's usually like later at night though for us on this side of the country.
Yeah. It's still like 3:00 over there. But all right, well we will catch y'all boys next time. Be on the lookout for on the channels for other content.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please whatever